for me. Run through the land, you run through my soul. Bring me wisdom and peace. Run through all ages and all of life's stages. You bring me around to find my release.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest today. We have from Hamden, Massachusetts, Sandra Howell. She's an author, and she has written many books, but they're all about horses, right? Welcome, Sandra.
Correct.
We're going to be talking about Golden Horse and the Angels Club. And here we are right here. These are the two ones that she sent me. Did you design the covers?
My co-author designs the covers for the Angels Club and the other one. One of the original books has
Now, you're self-publishing,
a
right?
different one. Yes, I have my own publishing company, actually.
Okay. Alrighty. So, first of all, what you need to know about Sandra is she is an avid horsewoman. How did you get into that?
I've been into horses most of my life, riding when I was younger, and as I got older, had horses, and I had different breeds, and at one time I fell in love with
The
curly horse.
I remember
Yes,
that. Curly horse.
I just love the
This
curly
is,
horses.
where is he? Is this it, the one?
Right
Where's
there.
He? Oh, Paul, can you just zero in on that right beside her? That's a poster of a curly horse. What makes it different than other horses?
Well, the curly horse has curly hair during the winter
Yeah.
and sheds out during the summer, but they have a special coat that can actually be woven into clothing and things like that.
That's really
And they were the revered horses of the Lakota Native Americans at one time.
I think my favorite horse, and it just happened a couple of years ago, I saw this little horse up along Route 140 at a boarding place for horses. I thought, it's adorable, and I thought it was a pony. I was told, no, it's a mini horse.
A mini horse,
I think
yes.
they're adorable.
They are adorable.
But you can't, you can't ride it.
no.
But
no.
I don't know, I mean, just love it like a basset hound almost.
You know, it's interesting because I read an article about a woman that had a mini horse, and she brought it in as a therapeutic little mini horse, and she was bringing it into nursing homes and places like that, just like they have companion dogs, therapeutic dogs. She would bring this little mini horse in, and people loved it.
So, have you thought of doing that?
With mini horses,
Or even a pony,
ponies, I would love. Now, I do know people that breed curly ponies, actually.
They do?
I love them, yes.
Yeah.
My friend in Vermont, Betsy Larakis, breeds curly ponies.
How many horses do you have?
I only have 3 now. At one time I had 11 when I was really breeding and showing, and I was selling curly horses for a long time.
Now you've got, I remember I visited you once.
Yes, you
You
did.
called it the farm, right?
Yes.
And it's up in Hamden. I mean, I felt like I was out in the middle of nowhere, but they went up and up and up, right? Is that the driveway? Am I wrong?
Yes.
The road?
It's up on a hill, yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got this beautiful landing at each side of the road.
Yes.
And I said to Paul, I said, I can't believe I used to live I grew up here.
That's right.
Because it's so different than, we're like 20 minutes from Worcester,
Yes.
if that.
I know.
It's great because we could be like suburban country and then right
Yes, you
to
can.
UMass and you at Worcester.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about the books that you, Golden Horse. Tell us about this one first.
Well, Golden Horse is a part of a series, and I call it the Samantha Steele series.
Samantha Steele series.
Yes. And a Golden Horse is about a horse that, it's mystery, that was used to pass along numbers of accounts that were being shared because small amounts of money were being siphoned off of bank accounts. And the scheme was to trickle little amounts of money that no one would miss, put it on the number of the accounts on the horses who have shipped the horse down to Florida where the numbers would be taken.
It was a con job.
It was a con
This poor
job.
girl unknowingly got into it.
Yes. And it's all about what happened when the last horse, which was the favorite horse of one of the con men, escaped on the way. The trailer broke down. He was the last horse to be shipped down to Florida and broke loose and fled into the state forest. And the mystery is everyone's trying to find this horse because of these numbers of these big accounts.
Yeah.
And Samantha Steele someone finds a horse running along the highway, and a friend says, "Can you take care of this horse till we find the owner?"
Yeah.
And so unknowingly, she takes this horse that all of these people are trying to find.
Yeah. Yeah. So she just let herself in for something really
Yes,
not good.
yes.
Not good at
So
all.
there's a lot that goes into it.
Where,
but
how do you think
I
these
love
are?
mysteries.
These mysteries. Oh my gosh, I do too.
I love mysteries.
Do you
Yes.
watch them on TV? A lot of the.
Yes,
Oh.
I particularly like mysteries like CIA and things like that. But
Criminal Minds, NCIS,
yes,
that's the other
but
one.
my mystery books, I always have a surprise ending. It's never really quite going where you think it is.
Now, this one, tell us about Angels Club.
Well, Angels Club is a book series that is written with my friend and co-author Courtney Vale, and we decided that at one time to write a series that is very inclusive of children and young people with disabilities, different nationalities, but they're and some of them have been bullied for some reason in school or whatever because of their disability. And so we decided to write a series that not only had horses in it, because horses, of course, are such a draw for young people and people of all ages, to make it so much fun and packed with a move-along story.
Therapy horses, I love them.
Therapy horses, rescue horses,
Yeah.
and at the same time, there is woven throughout this whole thing a anti-bullying thing, and how young people of all ages and older people can stand up against bullies, and how they do it is by joining together,
Right.
by helping each other.
And that horse was basically homeless.
Yes.
She adopted it. I can
Yes.
see the theme of this running,
Yes.
her kindness.
Yes, kindness is throughout the book. It's wanting to be kind to each other, because once you realize you want to be kind to each other, you will not stand for bullying of any
Oh
kind.
gosh, no.
No.
Now,
And,
who is this girl on the cover?
and that so is the star of this little book, and this is just a cover,
Yeah.
but the girl is a Hispanic girl.
Yeah.
Who was bullied in school. She had stayed back a year in school, and she was taller than most of the other children, and she was having a difficult time. So all of these children and these young people have volunteerism at a farm that they do therapeutic riding.
Yeah.
And so how they get through all of this trial and tribulations is through their love of horses
Yeah.
and helping each other, and they help other children by working in the therapeutic riding program.
Have you, well, we just talked about this. Do you think you'll get into it?
Therapeutic riding?
The therapeutic, yeah.
I had often thought about it. No, I have a son who has cerebral palsy, and when he was young, so a lot of my stories are based on my own life experiences. That's why I love therapeutic riding.
yeah.
And from the time he was young, I would put him on a horse. And horses are so good therapeutic riding for children with disabilities, especially cerebral palsy, because the rocking rhythm of that horse is a good exerciser and relaxation for these
Does it give them
children.
a sense of control?
Yes, and that's the other thing. It gives them a sense of control. So
How old's your son now?
my son now is 40 and living alone
Yeah.
in his own home, and still loves the horses when he comes out.
Oh.
Yes.
Is he your only?
No, I have 6 children actually.
6?
I have 6 children, all grown,
What
on their own.
wait, is he the oldest or youngest?
all graduated, high school, college. Yes, it's perfect.
And he's the youngest.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, he's not the youngest. I have a younger daughter.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, my kid's still in his 20s, and it's like,
I know.
I
I
thought when
know.
I saw you before, that was, how many years ago was that? You're,
Let me see. It
well,
can't
he,
be-
over at the,
Let me think. It's got to be,
at the house.
yes, maybe
5 years?
06, 07, something like that.
Couldn't have been because, no.
When
it had to
you
be-
were in the other building.
Oh, you're talking about the show. Okay, I was
The
talking
show.
about the farm.
On the farm, you came out after that or before
Yeah, I think
that.
so. I
Yes.
think we did.
So I don't know what year you were there, but
How could they get copies of your book?
they can get copies of the books through Amazon and through Barnes & Noble online. And the books are all on Kindle, by the way, too.
Oh,
So
that's good.
A lot of people, including myself, I use Kindle. a
What's
lot.
your? How can they reach you if they'd like you to come and speak?
They can reach me through my website, which is westridgefarmpublishing.com.
westridgefarmpublishing.com.
Yes, that's how they can reach
That's
me.
good. Now,
And I do speak. At the middle school series, I do a lot of children's book clubs,
Oh.
actually.
you do. Is it? Would you consider this middle school? No, just
Middle school to high school. I have sixth graders,
that are reading it.
that are
Okay.
reading it, fifth and
But
sixth
we didn't
grade.
teaching them to read so doggone early. I remember I
Yes.
had to wait till first grade.
No, not now.
Yeah.
They're reading very, very early.
Have you seen the math? You got 1 and 1 isn't 2 anymore. You have to go to
No.
New Jersey by way of Florida to get to the answer.
One of my granddaughters, getting off that subject, but she was having me help her write her essay for college. And I wrote it out, and we were discussing what to write in her essay, and I handed it to her, and she looked at it, and she said, I can't read cursive.
My son doesn't do cursive. But they can do computer. They can
That's
do
right,
this.
yes.
Oh, they were born with those in their mouth.
But think of it, now all of us older people that know cursive, we can use it as our code language.
I love
We
cursive.
can write code.
I love it, but I also like. I know back in
Like
school we
cursive.
did have a handwriting teacher and a
did.
spelling, but it disappeared pretty quickly. I just used to get them that often.
But I understand they're bringing cursive back because it's really been a disservice to young people. They can't read cursive. I mean,
Well, if you're going to become a business person,
yes.
it's kind of a good idea to be able to sign your name, like John Hancock.
Right, not block print it or make an X.
Exactly. How many books have you written in all?
9 books.
9. Just 9, right?
Just
Oh,
9.
wow. In how many years?
Jeez, I started writing in probably 04, 05, something like
That's
that.
a lot in that time span.
It is a lot of books. Yes.
How long does it take you to write one? Like, are you a night person or a morning person?
No, I would say I try and put out a book a year.
Yeah.
It's much easier when I'm writing with the co-author for this, what I call the Middle School Angels Club series, middle school to high school, because we both take part in it and bounce
have
the
to.
ideas off of each other. And but I still do love my mysteries, my my Samantha Steele mystery series. I love.
Samantha Steele Mysteries, I love.
Yeah.
We're talking with Sandra Howell, and she is the author of these 2 books and many others. Golden Horse and Angels Club, Samantha Steele Mysteries, and this lady is an expert on horses. If I got a, what do you call it, a little mini horse there.
Yes.
I mean, we were told that the mini horse that I saw from the road had a nasty temper.
Well,
She didn't want to be patted.
no.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Some smaller horses are more touchy than older horses. But I think it depends on the breed. It depends on who's caring for them, how they're brought up. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like a dog.
Yeah.
Some dogs have nice dispositions. Some dogs are more aggressive.
I was just drawn to her. I wanted to go over and just hug her, but I was no.
But there are other minis, don't let that discourage you, that are very sweet and kind.
I thought
and-
maybe.
Yes.
They
yes,
can't all
there
be
are.
nasty.
No.
Now, we've got
It's like
some
people.
other books that Sandra has written. Now, tell us about these other ones, like the way they came in. Is there there's a logical
Yes,
progression?
there is. The Angels Club series began with this one.
Yeah, the one we just
the one that
we
you
were
just
talking
had.
about.
And then
There's
this,
another Angels Club.
Yes, and so this is the second Angels book. This is The Trouble with Boys. This is Angel Club 2.
Hold that one. Let me hold it up for you. There you go. That's for basically middle, high school.
Yes.
Love it.
What is nice is that we carry the same characters that begin in Angels Club 1, this group of young people, all through each book, but we highlight each character from the original book. They each have their own book. Okay, so whereas...
I like the fact that you don't introduce too many characters.
No.
That is unnerving to me.
No.
Yes.
So whereas Jacinda was in the first book, and the second book, River,
Yeah.
who is a Cherokee boy, and Cat, who is the owner of the farm where they all volunteer, we took River from that book and gave him his own book.
I love
River
it.
and his grandfather, and what's happening there, and his love of horses, and it's also a mystery.
Yeah.
So each of these books have something,
Was that the
either
first one
mystery
when you
or
came
whatever.
on the show, Spirit of a Rare Breed?
Yes.
I remember the cover of
This
that one.
was.
This was when she first was, oh gosh, years ago on the show. Spirit of, I can't forget the cover.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
Then this was the second one, but this is a mystery, Saving Gigi.
Saving Gigi. Now, did I see this one? Just this one, I know I did, but did I see
Uh,
this one?
I don't believe so. This is also a mystery, Saving Gigi, and it's about a stolen mini horse. That's why you would like this
A stolen mini horse?
Yes, I know. That's about a stolen. You would like that book so much. I'm going to leave that one here for you. It's about a stolen mini horse, and in the horse world, think about it. To steal a horse is very, very bad. I mean, years ago, what did they do? I mean,
Yeah.
people depended on horses to get from one place to another. So, horse thievery is just not acceptable. But the mystery is, why did she actually take this mini horse?
Yeah.
And no one knows, because she tells everyone that it was a gift. The mini horse was a gift until a tornado comes through town
Yeah.
and blows her barn down, and she's left with this mini horse that she has to find a home for. Samantha Steele volunteers through another friend to take the mini horse at her farm.
Does she name it Gigi, or was it already named?
She named it Gigi, but there's a reason she named it Gigi. And Gigi, the mystery is Gigi, she named that little mini, means God's gift.
Oh, you know that was it Rogers and Hammerstein or whatever, that
Yes,
famous book,
Gigi.
Gigi. I wonder if they knew the meaning of that.
I don't know, but Gigi, that's what it meant. And
Yeah.
the mystery is she finally has to confess to Samantha Steele that she really took this horse from a barn she was working at in Vermont.
Don't give away the ending.
I'm not going to tell you
Because
the
I don't know
ending,
anything.
but you will like this
Yeah.
because it is about a mini horse and why this Lila took this horse. There's a reason she stole it.
This is
She's
one
a
of the
lovely, lovely woman, but she took this horse out of this barn, and why did she do it?
Samantha Steele mystery. Why did
Yes.
a horse get stolen?
Yes.
A mini horse.
Mini horse of all things.
Okay, how can they reach you again? How can they get a hold
They
of you?
can reach me through westridgefarmpublishing.com.
And tell us about what's coming up. You were talking about that.
Well, in November, I will be at the Equine Affair, which is the largest horse show in New England.
Where's it held?
It's at the Big E grounds in West Springfield.
We're going to be right across from it this Saturday.
I know, but in November,
Yeah.
everyone goes there because it is fabulous. There's horse shows, there's horse clinics, there's everything horse, and by the way, everything dogs.
Really?
Yes, a
With
lot
the
of-
horse show?
Yes,
Why?
because horses and dogs kind of go together. There's
Okay.
not a farm around with it horses that also doesn't have dogs or barn cats. It's
Do you have
kinda
cats and dogs?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, and I will be there at the Tarborton kiosk in the Better Living Center doing book signings 4 days.
That's a long haul.
Yes, it
For
is.
any author.
Yes, it is 4 days in a row.
But people are familiar with you through the years.
Yes, and what's nice is I have a following now, and so people come every year and stop by and see me and say, "What is the newest book?" Whether it's Samantha Steele, whether it's the Angels Club, this is the brand new
Right.
2019 book for the Angels Club series.
I love this now. This is called Lost Legacy.
This is my
the new
new
book?
book.
This is
Yes.
the new book. When's this going to be coming out?
That is out now.
It is.
Yes, it just came out this year. I would have brought you a copy of that, except I'm out of them.
It's okay.
And I have an order coming in.
Is that a curly horse?
Yes.
Because I can tell by his skin. His
And can I
fur.
tell you, this is an original photograph. There is a woman who goes out and photographs in Wyoming all of the wild horse herds. And this is not touched up, this photograph
Yeah,
or
for
anything.
real,
This
right?
is American Curly. And I thought it was so beautiful because it's a stallion and he's looking down the mountain like it's a lost legacy because I'm so involved with the wild horses and their plight because they're being wiped out
Yeah.
to make room for big ranchers and their herds. So a lot of the wild horses are being rounded up, and
That's wild.
yes, and they're sent to slaughterhouses. Actually, now
They still do that.
in our country, it's outlawed that we.
Yeah.
But how they get around it is, They no longer have the slaughterhouses here, but they have them in Mexico and they have them in Canada. So what they do is they round up the wild horse herds and then they ship them to Mexico or Canada.
Yeah.
Now, luckily for the American curly horse, because they're a rarer breed, we have like watchdogs, you might say, and we have groups of people that watch the horses that are coming into the auction houses. And if there's a curly horse, they'll automatically send something out. There's a curly horse going to slaughter.
Oh.
We need to save it,
Yeah.
and then we donate money, and then they.
Do you do that? Do you
Yes.
save them? Okay.
Yeah, I do donate.
Do you find
money.
them a home? Do you find them?
I don't, because it's out west.
Yeah.
Which is good that they're not near.
Are
near
they
me.
pretty successful at homing them?
Yes.
Good.
What they do is they have a group of big ranchers that take them in and take care of them until they can find a home for them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, but it's unfortunate in some ways because there's so many horses that are being
Slaughter.
brought to the
How is this supposed to look?
slaughterhouses.
The picture right beside you, the beautiful one there. Let me hold this up so they can get a better. Let me have that one. And I'm going to hold it up even now. This was again. Was this a curly horse?
Yes, this was. So I was the first breeder in Massachusetts of American curly horses, and this was the first American curly filly born in Massachusetts, and it was born on my farm.
It was at your farm.
On my farm, that was born on my farm, that little filly there. And in fact, I was successful. One of my mares was in foal to my stallion and was sold to Sweden to start their own curly horse.
That's fantastic.
And so the first foal born in Sweden came from my farm, from my mare, bred to my stallion.
Did you help deliver the baby, the little horse?
This one here?
Yeah.
No. Although we always have alarms on our,
Yeah.
looking and watching. It's interesting how mares, especially, the minute you walk away and you just doze off, there they are. You go down in the morning. I went down in the morning and this one was standing there in the stall.
He'd already been born.
Already had been born. Yes, yes.
Now, are you going to be, besides the over at the Big E, the
Yes.
Equine Festival, what's else to come? Anything in the new year or anything in December?
Well, I will be at this anti-bullying, Unify Against Bullying organization has their largest fundraising event coming up this month, and that is at the Log Cabin in Holyoke.
Okay.
And I was one of the recipients of their grant because of the anti-bullying theme that is threaded throughout the Angels Club series.
Right.
And I will be there with books they're having as a grant recipient. They've
Yeah.
asked me to attend that.
When
and,
is it going to be now?
And that will be
November, December?
this month. This is October's anti-bullying
Anti-bullying.
month.
So it'll be this month.
Yes, it's this month. On a Monday, a week from next week.
That's coming up.
It's coming up fast.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how about during the holidays? These make great gifts. you know?
Yes. And during the holidays, I do 2 large shows in December, and those are the big shows where I set up my books. And
By any chance, is one of them the huge Rhode Island Authors Expo in December 7th in Cranston? It is
No.
humongous.
I
Wow,
know.
you'd
I haven't done that
almost
one.
200 authors
Yes,
in
I
one
know.
room.
Yes,
It's
fabulous.
overwhelming.
Yes, fabulous. I've done so many shows. At the time that we met, I had organized a group of Western Mass authors.
Yep.
And that just grew so large. We did so many venues as authors, but eventually I became more of a vendor myself for everyone else because I was carrying their books to all
Yeah.
of these venues.
I think you told me about this.
Yes.
I couldn't understand, why are you doing all the work for them?
I know,
Did you
that's-
solve that?
Yes, because I had a large meeting, and it just got larger and larger, the amount of authors that wanted their
you
books to
can't
go.
do all that.
No.
Your husband and you aren't responsible.
So now they just have a Facebook. I said, we're going to have a Facebook page. So there is a Facebook page, and it's called Authors Selling Books, if anyone's interested. And
AuthorsSellingBooks.com or just Authors Selling Books?
it's a Facebook page.
Okay,
Authors
Facebook.
Selling Books
All
on
right.
Facebook. And any author can join that group and see what other authors are doing
Yeah.
and put their books on there. And if there's any events or anything, they can work it out with other authors, things coming up. So that's what I decided, that a Facebook page was more realistic than me going to many venues, carrying many books.
So in other words, you were the one selling their books?
Yes, I was carrying their books. Not only myself, there were other authors. There were, you know how every organization is, there's always a core group of hardworking people
Yeah, I
that
have a
are...
friend who is just type A, boom, boom, boom,
Yes,
boom.
yes, yes. And at one time, we actually were at the Big E at the Massachusetts building.
Yeah.
And that was a big event. And oh my goodness, I brought so many other authors' books as well as my books there. And that was when I finally said, you know, this is growing too large, too big, too fast. I can't wrap my arms around it anymore. And I said, this is as far as I can go.
Why were those authors have such a problem coming themselves into this?
Because it was always events where either they couldn't go, they had a prior commitment, or there was always a reason.
But if you're an author, you got to face it. I mean, that's what I do. I deal with my authors. You know, you've got to be willing to get out there. You don't slick it on someone else.
True.
I wouldn't dare. I would never give somebody else my book and say, "Here, sell it."
I wouldn't either. But there are people that perhaps I would say shy. Number one, you know how difficult it is sometimes for people to open up, try and sell their books, as you well know. There's so many authors now. Just to get out there and sell your books, you have to be really assertive.
Exactly.
And
have you been up to Tatnuck in Westboro?
No,
they would love you up there.
I have not.
It's like, 8 minutes up the road.
Really?
It's a fantastic bookstore. It's not as physically large as Barnes & Noble, but it's very popular.
Yes.
They have a humongous, wonderful children's section.
Oh, that would be nice.
Which, and also teens and preteens.
These, the middle school series, the Angel Club series is doing super well.
Yeah.
They've written so many articles on us in newspapers and TV and online.
Well,
and
we're going to have to
they're
sign
very
up.
big award-winning series.
Sandra, one last time, how can people get a hold of you and your books?
So one last time, they can reach me on westridgefarmpublishing.com, and there's an email service right on.
Is there a contact they could just click onto?
There's a contact.
I love that. Do you notice how some people online, they'll have their website, but there's no word contact. It takes me forever to find them.
I know. No.
But I can find them on Facebook, I think. I've done that.
Facebook.
Yeah, I've done it. I really have.
Everyone's on Facebook, right?
So now you've got this one, the one you just showed me, this one, Lost Legacy, is coming up.
Yes, that's out now, and this will be at the Equine Affair. I have Lost Legacy, and as well as my other books, and actually working on a children's book for beginner readers or first, second grade. It's all written, and it's just the artwork now.
All right, there's a Enchanted Passage bookstore in Sutton.
Yes.
They would love you also. That is I would say primarily children's, adorable. In an old 1800s house, there's a dragon out front.
Fabulous.
And it's all, it's wonderful. There's a plug for you. But I'm going to give you this info after we sign off.
That would be fabulous.
So we're going to have you back on sometime maybe in the new year when you get this.
That would be wonderful.
Send me a copy and I'll
I will send you a copy.
Says that good. She came all the way in from Hamden. Now you made it an hour and 10 minutes, but your wheels didn't touch the ground. I know that is.
We were kind of like flying.
I can't stand going fast. I don't like even driving on a highway. How much highways I'll get is 146 and Route 9. That's about as much as I'll do.
We have to wait for the self-driving cars, you and I.
No. Oh, my God. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, God.
We could just sit there.
No, with my luck, I would be in the car that it breaks loose, and the sucker just flies off and just goes.
I know. I'm personally looking forward to it. Just sitting back and letting the car drive me. Oh, yes.
Huh.
I think that would be
maybe
fabulous.
I will like it, but it's going to feel really strange to me.
Well, you can still take over the wheel in the self-driving car, but although they did show on television that couple that were sleeping.
That's what I heard.
Did you see that?
I've heard about it. It didn't work, did it?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't think I could do that.
Thank you, Sandra, for being with us.
You're welcome.
All righty.
So nice to be here. Pleasure.
This will be great to have you back with Lost Legacy.
Pleasure.
All right. We'll see you next time and be my guest.